Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. We have the very large Guilty Gear Strive Season 4 patch coming up. Also includes Queen Dizzy as a new character. And when I say very large, I mean, well, very large. The patch notes are currently live. You can find them linked in the video description. And they're pretty substantial. And I'm sure when the time comes, we'll do another video covering them more in depth. But I specifically want to highlight some of the changes here. The patch isn't live just yet, but with these patch notes comes some pretty major changes. Which, hey, new season, new patch, big change. Yeah, of course, you would expect it, right? But I mean, like, changes to how some characters fundamentally play. It's not just like, this does more damage, this does less damage. You can now combo into this. Oh, there's a new setup here. Like, Strive is an older game now, right? Like, it's not like ancient or nothing, but it is an older game now. And several characters are getting core changes to how they fundamentally play. And I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. We'll have to wait for the patch to go live. But it is something I would like to highlight in this video. So, out of the gate here, just big old boy Potemkin, right? How about Kara Buster? It's like been one of the most fundamental aspects of the character since day one. Like, I remember before the game even launched. Like, we saw this, like, oh, okay, like, this is interesting. Like, you take Potemkin, and then he can do his grab while going forward with the right technique. And that is a huge fundamental aspect of the character, right? And it's gone. It's donezo as of this patch. They are removing the ability for you to do that. You can now only just do it in place. To that point, all the Karas are gone. Every single one of them. So, like, Kara Garuda? Not a thing anymore. That's also another invaluable technique for the character to be able to slide forward and extend the range of the move, right? Say your Mega Fists. All your various Mega Fists, that's also gone. So, like, regular Mega Fist has the base range, and if you carried the Mega Fist, then it kind of extends the range. And then say we have back Mega Fist, and you could do, it's a difficult technique, but you could do Kara back Mega Fist. And when you do Kara back Mega Fist, you actually move forward just a smidge, but you retain the properties of the back one, right? So you actually get a slightly forward moving and plus on block Mega Fist. So that's always been another core thing, right? This is one of the reasons why Potemkin, despite being the grappler, usually grapplers are among the easiest characters in any given game execution-wise, right? And in this game, Potemkin is absolutely one of the most difficult characters execution-wise, and it's because of this technique, and now it's just all gone. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a strict nerf or not, but it's definitely a major change to his playstyle, which has been pretty locked in for many years now, right? And this is across the board because forward kick, this is the move that allows all this shenanigans, right? You are no longer allowed to special cancel the beginning of this move, removing all the various movement properties of all the various Kara cancels, right? Now, as the patch notes are worded, like, base Buster will have its range increased. Now, will it be increased to the point where it, like, will match the actual Kara? I don't know. We'll see. But, you know, that's only one. Say it is exactly the range of the base Kara, right? Which is great. Which also means the spinning pile driver input gets a lot better, right? With the range increase. But the everything else is kind of gone, right? Because Garuda ain't getting no range increase. They're messing around with the Mega Fist. We'll have to see how it is in live build, I guess. But yeah, it's just a major fundamental aspect of the character, and it's now gone forever, right? I know people who did not play Potemkin because of this, right? Because it is a fairly substantial execution barrier, and especially depending on your control scheme, right? Like right now, I don't know if you can hear it or not, because picks up on the mic sometimes. I actually switched the arcade stick. I normally play leverless now, right? I can't do this stuff on leverless because of the way the game reads the inputs. So I have to switch my control scheme. And if you're on, like, say, a stock pad or whatever, the Kara canceling on a stock pad is horrific. It's awful. It is not fun to do. Like, to me, it is best on arcade stick. So yeah, as now a standardized character, without this executional requirement, Potemkin will get a lot easier to play, right? So people may enjoy the character that this scared them off before, but say you're a Potemkin main, right? You've dumped years into this character. You've learned all these very difficult techniques, and now it's just out the window. This is effectively a fundamental rework of the character, and certainly many patches over the years have changed fundamental aspects of the characters, right? But usually not this late in the game with something that's been held as, perfectly fine and just a core aspect of the character, right? So it's very odd. And of course, there's other changes too, like his Wild Assault. They're changing his Wild Assault. He's going to get blue Wild Assault now instead of white Wild Assault, which once they introduced Wild Assault, right, this was a very core part of the character. Not many people have white Wild Assaults because, it just lets you kind of invincible your way through a lot of nonsense, which is really good for a very slow character. That could be all right. I don't know. We'll see. Once again, wait for the patch, I guess. But yeah, you took a character that just worked a specific way for many, many, many years, and then just changed it. That's not normally how fighting games work. Like, balance adjustments, yes. Move properties change, yes. But, like, a fundamental trick is very different. Now, let's switch characters, because this isn't the only character they're doing this to. So take someone like Ramlethal, right? Once again, buff, nerf. We'll have to wait until see, in the live fire situation. But they're changing how she fundamentally works. Like, sword attacks with Ram has always been the big deal, right? And one of the sword attacks, we have a heavy sword toss. We have a slash sword toss here. Slash sword toss, as we've seen in the trailers, is actually getting a new angle. It's coming in at a downward angle, making it more useful in neutral, because other than the very big characters, she could not begin to hit someone with that, right? And also, their guard breaks now, so that's really cool. That's something, right? But one of the fundamental changes they're doing with Ramlethal is the swords. You shoot the sword, it does its thing, and you pick it up, and then you got the sword again, right? And that's going the way of the dodo. Oh no, I'm gonna get canceled for being woke. I installed Dragon Age. But yeah, you can no longer pick up the swords. Like, that is not a thing you get to do anymore. You have to wait for them to gradually come back to you. Once they're in that travel phase, like when it slowly works its way back to you, you can pick it up then, right? But other than that, it don't work the same way. And once again, this is the way Ramlethal has worked for years and years and years now, right? This is a super fundamental core change. There's other changes as well, right? But this is a super fundamental core change, just how the character works. Like, I guess shooting out swords in neutral is better, right? But like all the pressure, all the gimmicks and all that, get your swords back and just pressure, get your sword back, get it back, and just, ad infinitum, all that's gone. You gotta wait your turn. You gotta wait for the sword to come back. Like, there's a lot of fun and interesting changes in this patch. Like, Testament Stain, normally causes explosions, except it doesn't when you throw them. Now it will when you throw them. So you can get all sorts of fun combos. That's cool. But I don't think this is good or bad, but it certainly is ballsy to change such fundamental aspects of the characters so effectively late in the game, right? So patch good, patch bad, I don't know. We'll wait for it to go live, because patch notes, as someone deals with patch notes a lot, right? Guilty Gear and Arxis patch notes in general are never the clearest. Sometimes you really got to get your hands on it before it becomes apparent what you're actually dealing with. But what it is certainly interesting, and that's why I want to bring it up in this video. So, not too much longer now, we'll have Dizzy, we'll have the patch. Look forward to more coverage on that on the channel in the future. And for now, though, my friends, that is the video. Would love to know what you think about these kind of changes. Just, they're so big, right? They're so just fundamentally different from what these characters normally are. And once again, this is very late in the game's life, right? So, I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you think. But otherwise, my friends, that is the video. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. And go out and play some Guilty Gear.
Love